We've talked before about the problem that we have in political discourse. When one side doesn't accept facts, it is a real impediment to being able to make progress and have good faith debate about any issue that we find important. And we're seeing that now front and center with the Ukraine fiasco, where only 40% of Republicans believe that Donald Trump spoke to the Ukrainian president about Joe Biden on the phone. Remember, Donald Trump has admitted to this. That bogus transcript, which was actually a memo, sort of a truncated summary of the call, includes a discussion of Joe Biden between Donald Trump and the Ukrainian president. So let's take a step back and think about opinion versus fact. If you poll people about something like their opinion on gay marriage, it is far more reasonable that you would have very different perspectives from Democrats, Republicans, and independents. Now, for me, I think that the opinion on gay marriage, there's only one right opinion on gay marriage. But OK, this is a matter of opinion, and you would expect more difference in people's opinion on gay marriage. But when Monmouth University Polling Institute asked people, do you believe that Donald Trump spoke about Joe Biden on that phone call with the Ukrainian president? Almost all Democrats believed that that is something that was discussed. About 60% of independents believed that it was something that was discussed, but only 40% of Republicans believed it. Donald Trump admitted that they discussed this on the call. Not only did Trump admit it when asked, but the truncated transcript or memo that the White House released also includes the mention of Biden. So what do? What do we do when one side won't even accept inconvenient but verified facts that their own leader gives to them? Now, of course, there's the separate question of whether Donald Trump extorted or tried to extort Ukraine. And there's lots of other questions. But Trump admitted that they spoke about Biden, and 60% of Republicans either don't believe it or don't know. Now, there are some possible questions about this poll. It was conducted during a period mostly after the transcript or memo was released. But there was one polling day in there that was before it was released. Some people may just not have seen the news about that yet. But the trend is very clear. If they don't like the facts, they pretend they don't exist. And this makes it difficult or even impossible to advance serious conversations about what has to be done. It's similar with climate change, where there are real serious conversations about what policies should we have, what degree of government involvement should there be in climate change and dealing with that? What about personal responsibility when dealing with climate change? Whatever question you want to talk about, we can't even get on the same page about what the facts are because some large portion of the American right wing just refuses to accept the facts on climate change. We can't possibly fix anything or even discuss it in good faith if one side doesn't accept the facts. And sadly, this is how I end up back at we need to get around them to win. We can't try to win with them. A conversation about how to proceed with Trump or about the economy or about who to vote for in 2020 or about tariffs, these conversations are pointless as ways to engage with people about making change in 2020 if they won't even accept basic facts, including ones that their dear leader gives them. The short answer is you can't and you shouldn't. And we don't need to is the upside. I don't want to be a broken record again, but half the country doesn't vote, meaning you don't have to go out and find people and convince them that voting for Trump is a bad idea. That's not necessary to win this. You just need to find people who are already on our side and just explain to them the importance of voting. And that is much easier to do. It's still not easy. I've met people who don't vote, and it's not easy to convince them that they should be voting. But it is easier than convincing someone who won't even believe Trump when Trump says, we talked about Joe Biden on the Ukrainian president phone call. And I don't even think that we should bother doing it.